So, whether you are a working mom or expecting a child or a part of a company that's striving to support parents better, this discussion is for you. What maternity benefits typically include? Employ those who go on a maternity leave as a burden to the company. Those who are making these misconceptions don't know about that how to proper plan. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, HR Unscripted. Here is Deepika, the HR partner at Neruda. So today we are diving into a topic that is maternity benefit. That's very important for everybody, right? So whether you are a working mom or expecting a child or a part of a company that's striving to support parents better, this discussion is for you. We are going to explore not just the basic but also some unique and innovative approaches that company can take to support their employees during one of the most important phases of their life. So let's get into it and understand what it is. So first thing first, let's talk about what maternity benefits typically include. We are not going deep into the policy about it. We are talking about paid maternity leave, job security during and after the pregnancy, and the health care support. Because these are the fundamental rights that every working mother should have. But is that enough? I don't think so because these are all the policies that already government has given you to cover, right? So today we'll explore that how company can go beyond the basic. But before that, did you know that maternity benefits vary drastically around the world? For example, like in countries like Sweden and Norway, parents enjoy really some of the most generous leave policy. But meanwhile, if we talk about US, the situation is quite different. So basically, I do have some of the global standard data. So let's go into that and see that what the companies are doing. So as you can see, this is the data that I found from the Velocity global site. So in that, it has given me the breakup that how country with who all are the country with 100% paid maternity benefit. So you see, and India is also among them. Definitely, we will give six. We in our India, we give 6 months of leave. That's government regulated. So these are all the company that will give 100% paid leave. But there are also countries that don't give paid maternity leave. So United States, these are the five company as you can see here. And also there is a breakup of what are the countries with the longest maternity leave. So you can see this longest one is 69 weeks. So as you can see here, all of the longest one is there. India is also a longest one because it's total 6 months. So as you can see that these are all the global standard data, right? So by comparing these global standards, we can definitely identify that what are the best practices that Sweden is doing. What are the best practices that other countries doing that you are not doing for your company. So you can always be comparing these standards, and that there is a chance where you can or where we can might improve, right? So now let's move ahead. It's a data. Now let's move ahead with some of the myths that people always talk about maternity, right? That maternity leave is just a long vacation. Employ those who go on a maternity leave as a burden to the company, and it is an add-on expenses, right? Because you are paying the employee even if they're not working, right? So these are all of the misconceptions. So always maternity leave is often like misunderstood with misconception, like it's being a long vacation, a burden to the company, expenses to the company. Those who are not very engaged, who want to have this maternity benefit, but is it so? I don't think so. Because in reality, it's a crucial period for recovery and bonding, right? Because it's really, I feel that those who are making these misconceptions don't know about that, how to proper planning. So that it ensures that the maternity leave supports both the employee and the company. Because definitely it enhances the loyalty and also reduce the turnover from the company. So and even a lot of people say that okay, you are on maternity, you want to go on maternity leave with employer. No, I will replace the employees, right? So first and foremost, our law also protect those mothers for replacing the we can't replace it, right? So definitely you can check about that. But there's a one more certain thing, that if you are even looking for the replacing employees, that's not very cheap, right? It is also a very costly and very short-sighted also. Because now you have invested yourself in the in that employee, and now making a replacement. Then again you have to start the process, and that's a very costly process. So I feel that you need to, when we are accommodating maternity leave benefits, everyone should be have, because this really have a very supportive and productive work environment, right? So now let's talk about that. What are the things that I did, like we as a company did, and what are the things that we plan ahead that managed us to get get things done very smooth. So as I said, that planning ahead is a key to making this transition as seamless as possible, right? So here are some of the tips that I believe can help employees effectively manage this period. Because this is what I did, and in my next session, I am inviting my colleague who went on the maternity leave. Will talk about all of these things in the details. So, what were my basic planning before the employee was going on the vacation was the first and foremost tip is start early. The planning should begin as soon as the employee informs you about their maternity leave, because this gives ample time to discuss about all the workload distribution, identify all the tasks that can be delegated, and prepare other team member to also step into that. Then the second part is that create a comprehensive handover plan, because when you create a handover plan, then it really reduce lot of the burden too. Because what are the steps that you need to take care is that, so work closely with the employees to develop a detailed handover plan, because this should include not only the status of an ongoing project but also any potential issues that might arise during their absence. This will also ensure that nothing falls through the cracks, right? So now let's, with that, move ahead with third plan that I did is that communicate clearly with the team. Keep the lines of communication open with the rest of the team, that this person is going on the leave from this date to this that, and make sure that everyone understand their roles and responsibility during the maternity leave period that that employee are going. Because this transparency really helps avoid any confusion and overlap, right? Now I will talk about the fourth tip, that you need to plan ahead, and it's come into the planning with it's depend on your nature of a role and how you will be managing, and that's very important thing that one can do. So depending on the nature of the role, it might be worth considering temporary staffing solution, like such as hiring a freelancer or bringing a temporary worker like a intern, right? Or hiring somebody for a certain period of time, like for 6 months, for 10 months, or like so on. That what was your requirement, because this can help lighten the load of the for the rest of the team, right? So these are the four major tips that what in Nirogam we implemented, and it's a very practical and a very simple trait that any company can take, right? So these are all the tips that I taken, like we have taken when the employee were going on the leave. We decided everything way ahead, and that's really helped us in achieving our goals. And this led no confusion. Everybody was working on their project, and everybody was happy, satisfied with all the things. So now let's move ahead. That what we want to take next is that, let's suppose when employer coming back, the maternity leave employee who are coming back to join the company, then what are the most important thing that one need to take care, right? So the first and foremost thing is that encourage flexibility. Be flexible with the returning mother, because she's coming not alone. She is having a baby, a very small baby to handle. Because this transition back to work can be very challenging and offering, like, very challenging for the mother, right? And offering, we need to offer, like, we can offer the flexible work arrangements, like some part-time hours, and in my company, remote work option was there. So definitely that these things really make a huge difference in easing the transition of the work. Then the second most important thing that what one company should do is not provide emotional support. It is just not about managing the workload, but emotional support is equally important. regular check-ins, and offering a supportive environment can go a long way, like in helping new mother feels comfortable and valued in the company. I think, and for certain time, definitely that's really going to help. So now the last thing that I want to talk about, foster a positive culture around maternity leave. Because if as a company you talk about negative, then you will be not able to create that boost culture, right? So we need to create a workplace culture that views maternity leave positively, encourage open discussions about it, celebrate the upcoming arrival, and ensure that employee doesn't feel like they are burdening the team by taking this time. So this is what we do. We when our employee that who's going to join in the next session, we'll let you know that how we welcomed her when she was coming back from the maternity leave. So by planning ahead and providing the necessary support, we can ensure that the maternity leave is a positive experience for everyone involved. Because it's just not about covering the work, it's about showing that we genuinely care for our team member during one of the most important times in their lives. Thank you for being here today. Let's all strive to create a work environment that supports and uplifts every team member, no matter what life stage they are in. Together, we can make a difference, right? So, here, if you have any comment to make, what are your practical tips that you want to adopt? Please comment below in the comment section. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share your needs in the comment. And in the next sessions, we are going to talk about this topic only, that how a mother felt at that time. What are the things? What are the practical tips that she can give it to you? So let's talk to her and have a very informative session about it. Thank you so much for listening to me. Bye bye. Take care. Here signing off your HR answer.